What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hacker in the Shop. In this week's video, we go over an RV repair. And just a little backstory on this repair. Shop calls me, says, "Hey, Hacker, do you think it is possible for your system to pull 16 gauge aluminum in this RV? Now, we have a stud puller, but we can hardly get that thing to pull 22 gauge. Do you think it's possible that your system can pull 16 gauge? Now, I've never pulled 16 gauge, so I was honest with him, and I told him, yeah, I'm not backing down from a repair. And let me tell you something, I loaded up, headed on down there, and at this point, it was sink or swim, and this level 2 system did not disappoint. Check it out, guys. So as you can see here, we have a pretty decent smash. And before I get started with the 6Cs, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my edge adapter along with my slide hammer and correct this lower kink. Now, I always like to buff my repair area, and after I'm done with that, we start with the first C, and that is clean. We're going to use our 99% isopropyl alcohol. Make sure we wipe it off real good, and then we're going to move to checking our temp. We want to make sure we get that panel to at least 120 degrees just to remove all the humidity and moisture. Now, with aluminum, it is okay to go up to about 150. Now, after I'm done with that, we're going to move into choose. So I'm going to use a blue flexible centipede. I'm also going to clean it just like I did the panel. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of heat on my centipede. That way, when I go to set the glue, nothing's getting shocked from the tab maybe being too cold or the panel being too cold. That way, when we set our tab to the panel, everything is going to cool down as one unit, and therefore you're going to get a nice solid bond. Next, we're going to coat it, making sure we coat the tab completely. And if for some instance you didn't get it completely coated, it is okay to take your glue gun and just put a little dab in some areas that you might have missed. I am going to choose my K-Beam Junior. And honestly, through this whole repair, we're pretty much going to use this one for the most part. But towards the end, we're going to get more into the finesse part. So this is actually a level 2 repair. So everything that you're seeing so far comes in your level 2 kit. We're going to check it, make sure we're getting down in that 75 to 85 degree range before we start making our pole. So throughout this whole repair, all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of tension, grab my slappers and my body hammer, and continue just working that crown out. Adding some tension, working the crown out. So with that one pole, we got that dent to move quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release it, and then I'm gonna move into a dead center super tap. And this is what we like to call the continuum. We start out with large, aggressive moves, and we slowly work our way into more finesse moves. So we're starting with big lifters and working our way down into the smaller lifters while utilizing our light, which all this will come in your level 2 kit. So with 3 good poles, we got that dent right where we want it, and now we are ready to move on to some body work and off the paint. Well, there you have it, guys. The shop and I were extremely pleased in the way this repair turned out. And if you have any questions about any of the products that we offer, you can reach out to me personally, and you can find me on Instagram at HackerInTheShop, and you can also find us at Kiko Dent Repair. Now, I really encourage y'all to go to Facebook and join our fastest growing collision and PDR group, and that is called Kiko Collision and PDR Group. Great community, great content, and great support. So guys, like it, subscribe, and hit that bell notification for more Hacker in the Shop.